course, your own experience bears this out even before COVID, is how academia, which was traditionally supposed to be, all about free speech, progressive, standing up for the disadvantaged and confronting big tech and how have they, it was happening before COVID, but with COVID especially, how have they suddenly been completely, almost, I would say 99% captured? They've just totally been in this narrative of we have to have control, we have to censor anybody who disagrees with them, we've got to ostracize those people, we've got to humiliate them. Where is the traditional academic, progressive liberal ideals in all this? It's completely vanished.
So, I used to say back before COVID, when people would ask me about academia and what we could do to save it, and my feeling is, well, some of us have been shouting about this for decades. The basic point is, look, academia is like your family dog after it's contracted rabies, right? The right way to think about it is not, that's the family dog. The right way to think about it is, oh my God, that animal has rabies, right? And you're going to need a new dog, and that other dog has to go. And I don't know, I would not have let the situation get there, but we're there. And it doesn't make any sense to pretend otherwise, but it's clearly totally captured. And
look what happened to you at Evergreens. That was, that's nothing to, that's happened. That, is happening to a lot of people. That I'd never, ever had a complaint about my teaching anywhere until this whole thing started. And this, before I even gave my master's module, but to a big class, like 260 students or so, a group of students, went to the head of school and said, we refuse to be taught by this misinformation, anti-vaxxer guy. And even though it's a compulsory module, we demand to be moved to another module. You could never believe this happened. And the lack of support, the kind of nonsense I've had to put up with throughout this has been, it's remarkable. You just realize that there's nobody in academia. You've got a few close colleagues who you trust, right? But beyond that, you absolutely know that you're not going to get any support, from anyone. It's interesting, especially with this subject, because although, a lot of the stuff that we do is, does have the sort of complex Bayesian stuff, but actually most of the stuff we've been revealing, anyone with a sort of basic understanding of statistics, school, not even high school level, but just basic statistics could point out the problems. Yeah. And yet, where are the top statisticians and other mathematicians standing up?
Right.
Absolutely silent, or actually criticizing us for.
Right. Which has to be based in fear. Right.
Because I have had a small number of very, very senior, top-rated statisticians contact me privately and say they understand what I'm doing, they support it, but they can't speak out because it'll be the end of their careers. I can only really do it because I'm at retirement age.
Well, this is why I don't hold back with analogies like
the analogy is
like
right.
Rabies.
Academia. Yeah,
right. The point is, look,
corrupted.
it's not a good thing that your dog has rabies, but rationalizing about it is going to make things much worse.